আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night.
Welcome back to part 2 of the ILFL Soccer Night show, and we're moving on now. It's that time of the year where things get a little bit tasty between the teams, between the leagues, because it's the Interleague Champions Cup first round. We've got teams from all over London, from all over the leagues. We touched on it briefly last week. We're going to touch on it again. We're going to show you the fixtures, and we're going to talk about it in some detail. Now, here are the fixtures on screen for you. Let me not read them all out, except for let's look at the teams in the ILFL. Let's start with Gala All-Stars v Bowman. Rush, tough game.
That is a tough game. I've already checked the musical league. They're actually top of the league on form. I think unbeaten. Played I think played 9 and 1 all 9.
Yeah.
And that league they've got a few tough teams like the London Tigers musical league team. So to be on top unbeaten, it says something.
It says something about themselves. You've got to bring your A game.
So basically, not only that, the squad is getting ready. They've been looking forward to it for the last 5 weeks. They've been harassing me, when is the game, when is the game. So the players are looking forward to it. The squad's looking forward to it. So hopefully, we bring in a strong side, because this is the cup we've been looking since last year when we won the League Cup, and to know that we qualify, it's been waiting. So we're excited at Bowman camp and looking forward to next Sunday to give a good competition with Gala All-Stars.
No, Interasia v Stepney. A good tie, I think, for Stepney to start out with.
I think it's an excellent tie. I think Stepney hasn't been this strong for quite a while now, and they look really, really lethal. They've got a lot of young players, a lot of passion, and they really want to compete. So, Interasia, a long-established team as well, it's going to be a tough call. It really will be a tough one.
I think if it's the same team that played in the summer, if they don't change, I think Stepney will have the upper hand, because in terms of quality, I think Stepney a bit more superior in quality.
I was going to say the same thing.
Stepney should feel confident, I think, going into the game to beat the Inter, unless the Inter each year turn up with a totally different team we haven't seen or played, etc. But I feel that Stepney should have the upper hand with the Inter Asia game.
That's the issue, really, because we don't know what these teams are capable of. A lot of teams are new, a lot of teams have changed. We're only talking about the teams that we know in our own league, and some rumours about some of the other teams, and we can see what they're doing in their own leagues. But what they're going to come up with, what they're going to come with on the day, no one really knows. So this is what makes it really, really exciting. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't have any personal favourite teams, but there is one team that I will be looking very closely, is the London Tigers Musical League one. I think they were really unlucky last season that they lost against the actual champions, who went on to win the actual title itself. That was the Black Meteors. The skill level of those two teams were very, very similar, and they were really, really good. And I wouldn't say it was unlucky or unfair, but it was really close. And I think if had the London Tigers Musical League team played a different team, they would have been a lot more successful.
Okay. MK Galacticos v West End. So I'm going to come to you on this one. I mean, you've played all of the top teams in the top division so far, and I'm not going to say to you which are the best, because they all have their different styles and their qualities. But we were just saying in the break, Rush, that West End, they won their London Cup game.
Yesterday, they beat a Lewisham team 4-3, and they're in the quarter-final, which I think they're playing on the 25th of January. So congratulations to West End for a good job on the cup itself. And
they're capable. So we've seen that they're capable of going out, turning up against anybody and impressing. And it's going to be the same with a team that's now coming from Milton Keynes. You've played against them. Tell me about West End and their strengths.
They are a good team. They are quick. They've got skills. They've got the quality. They've got the players. It will be a tough challenge for them, but I reckon they'll do well. They'll go far in there. If I had to say one of the teams, I'd probably say Stepney might nick it, to be honest.
Yeah. I think Stepney's a lot of people's.
For me, the team I'm looking forward to watch is the MK Galacticos, because there's been a lot of talk on Facebook, on the social media regarding the team. And I've spoken to the manager. He himself has texted me on a few occasions. He's not coming to London to play a game.
Listen, they're not coming down the road for a bag of chips.
He's got a squad ready to show the Londoners and all other leagues, the Musical League, the Hackney Leighton League, the ILFL, that they're football superior.
Yes, yeah.
He's got a squad,
and that's why I said that there are some great games.
West End, yes,
Sunday.
you know, obviously the IFL team we'll be rooting for them, but I'd like to see the MK Galacticos because we want to see these superior teams or quality of players, because that's the only way teams will improve and play at a different level. It's a challenging, it's an exciting competition. So I'm looking forward to MK Galacticos live and direct on Sunday, because I've seen all the talk, all the Facebook, etc. It'd be nice to see live and exactly what they can do on the pitch on a Sunday.
Absolutely. Shaquille's come to join us. Good evening, Shaq.
Thank you.
And you're here now because you're going to tell us all about what Bromley are going to do to another new team that's come to the Champions Cup, Mostin.
Yeah, Bromley, where do we start? I mean, this is it now. We've got no cup games to play. We've got not Championship, the league. I'm not sure about. I think this is the chance. I mean, if we can go as far as we can go, then we have a chance. I think we need to forget about the league and just focus on this game, one chance, and just be like FA Cup third round. You give it all. We haven't played well on Sunday. We look shaky at the back, as a team was. I think we need to all play as a team and play for each other. I think that's what's been lacking, missing the last couple of weeks. And if we do that, then we have got a chance to progress.
Well, let's look at some of the other fixtures that are going on. Some of the ones that we haven't talked about. Yes, we spoke about Clapton Rangers. Nanny was saying about London Tigers from the Musical League. They're playing up against Clapton Rangers. FC Bartlett, Hackney Vikings, going further down. London Meteors taking on Virgin MME. And then right at the bottom, we've got Tottenham Phoenix v London Tigers. Some big, big games. I don't even want to begin to call. I mean, we like to feel that the ILFL has strong representation. But we also know Hackney and Leighton has done as well. Black Meteors came from Hackney and Leighton League. Yeah. The Hackney and Leighton League themselves will want to see a good representation. The other leagues coming in now, they're not bringing in ringers, they're bringing in some decent teams.
To be honest, all the games going to be really, very strong, very fast, and I think the fitness will come into it, the quality will come into it. I know London Tigers last year had a very poor first game and lost badly. They'll be hurting. They'll want
absolutely.
I know for a fact they want to prove a point that last year was a bad result, and they want to succeed. The London Tigers in ILFL team, they want to succeed. Yes, I've seen Tottenham Phoenix, a very fast, pacey team. It'll be an interesting game. So all the fixtures, it's going to be very tough to call at this stage. But Hackney teams, what I like about them is they're very fast, and the fitness level for the Hackney team is very, very impressive. So again, it's on the day, who turns up and who wants it more will be successful.
You know what? This is one of them. Just to look at something very different. This is one of them games, and I'm not a gambling man, but this is one of those cups where I'm looking and I'm saying there are a lot of big teams coming in, a lot of fast players. There's going to be a lot of heavy tackles. I wonder how many cards we might see on the day. I wonder how many red cards, how many yellow cards, how many. I can't see people turning up and being very friendly. I mean, it's the Champions Cup, and like we've said, no one else does this. There is nothing like this. This is 3 or 4 leagues coming together, playing into one tournament. This is what Sire needs to be aspiring.
This is definitely where we need to be. And you know what, I know the boys, and they're probably aching to get into this. And we look forward to entering, definitely. We will be there. We will be there.
And what's the cup they need to win to get there?
Well, you need to win either of the cups, obviously not in Challenge Cup, but the ILFL Cup, which you're not in, unfortunately, are you? You got knocked out this one, unless you win the league, so it's going to be runners up in the league.
And that's what it is.
Don't count us out. Yeah, I mean, we're coming.
Well, we were speaking within the break, and we were saying when you had the cup game against Leytonstone, it was one of those that we sat in, we earmarked, and we thought...
it was just, we were missing something. We were just missing that finesse, that finish. But yeah, they nicked it from us, Leytonstone, and we were unfortunate. But the boys played well. They played hard. They gave it all. And it was just unfortunate to come out of there, knocked out. But you know what? It's how we learn and how we get back together.
Sometimes, you can only speak hypothetically, and it's easy to speak after the event has gone. But thinking back now, looking at the game that you played yesterday and how well you played against Bowman, if you had reached that level against Leytonstone in the Cup, would you be in the next round now?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there's progress. Team is improving.
There's definitely progress. I mean, as I said, we've had players coming out. They've retired. Our senior players have retired, and we've got players injured. So it's a inconsistency in our lineup. But you know what? The boys are working hard, and it's just regrouping and gelling back together again, and just making sure everybody's working for each other. And as I said, everyone's putting a shift in training. So we are working hard, and the boys, I'm proud of them. As I said, I'll always be proud of them, and they're working and they're putting in a shift for me. So,
good stuff. Good stuff. The Interleague Champions Cup takes place this Sunday. All of the games take place at the world famous Hackney Marshes. 4 games in the morning, 4 games in the afternoon. So if you don't have a game, it's well worth a look. Get yourselves over there, and we will see some good football. I've noticed you've been a little bit quiet about a prediction for this one, for your team.
For my team, it has to be a win. It doesn't matter who you're playing against, because we've been looking forward to it for the last 9 months for this game, especially in the last few weeks. We've been talking about it in the Bowman camp with the senior management, and for me, this is the competition to be successful in. We know Bromley done it 3 years ago. We've seen London Emetes do it last year, and for me, this is the tournament to win. The Interleague champions. We have to be successful. So for me, obviously, we are in discussion in Bowman camp how to beat Gala All Stars in terms of preparation, in terms of the key players we need, and how to make sure on the day we are preparing. So we'll be giving 100%. For me, this is the tournament to win at this point of time.
Nanu, 4 ILFL teams. Will 4 make it through to the next round?
I have my doubts on 1 or 2 teams, but I'm not going to mention any teams now.
Just give a number then.
I would say 2 teams would definitely go through.
2 out of 4.
Yeah, 2 out of 4 would definitely go through. I mean, last season I did say, everybody was there, we were watching all the games. Our London Tigers, ILFL London Tigers, lost by a huge margin to one of the teams, And we never said that team would actually end up being in the final. Stepney kind of nudged through, and so did Black Meteors. They only won like 1 goal difference or something. Yeah. So looked at the schools level, and I said, look, it's got to be Stepney. They might be able to get through, and Black Meteors will definitely go through. And guess what happened? Both of these teams ended up in the finals.
No, that's why you are the stats man.
It could be the stat man. It could be just sheer luck that I got those 2 teams right. But it's not just the goals. It's the skills level. It's the passion. It's everything else that comes with it. You can't just watch one game. 1 round of games, and teams who scored about 20 goals is going to take the title. That's never going to happen.
Based on the forms of the ILFL teams and what I've seen in the last 7-8 weeks of the Premiership and the teams that are participating, I think it's good time. They're on form. With the exception of Bromley, obviously they've got nothing else to play for. I think they'll be desperate. They'll be hungry. They will put everything in this game next week because they know league's gone. They're not in the cup. This is it. This is a make or break for them season. So I think that hunger will play into this Sunday, and they will. I'm confident they will beat Mostin. London Tigers are excellent form. I think they might shock Tottenham Phoenix. So I'm quite confident with the ILFL teams, and I think they will have the upper hand. And hopefully next Monday we'll be on the show talking about the success of the ILFL team against the Musical League, against the Hackney Leighton League, which.
You heard it here first, guys. We have to go to a break. During the break, Rashid and Nanu will fight it out. Shakil will referee. Me and Zaid will sit back and wait for you to come back to see us in the 3rd section of the show. We'll be back after this short break.
আপনারা দেখছেন ILFL Soccer Night.